Hello friend. Today we will discuss about our one of the short video named What Woke Her Up at 2:43 a.m. In case you haven't watched that short, then first watch that for better understanding of this video.
Okay, let's get into this. Picture this, right? You wake up. It happens every single night. The exact same time pops up on the clock. 2:43 a.m. No alarm, nothing loud. You're just suddenly wide awake. Now, at first, you'd probably think, oh, it's just stress or something like that. Happens to us all. But then, it keeps happening. Same time, like dead silence, and this weirdly heavy feeling in the room. That repetition, and you can't explain it. That's when it starts to feel, well, unsettling.
Exactly. That predictable weirdness is what we're really digging into today. We're doing a deep dive based on this really quite baffling personal story. It's from excerpts called The Midnight Visitor and the Message. And our goal here isn't just to tell the story, but to unpack it, to look at the sequence of these, frankly, chilling events, and maybe try to understand what's going on psychologically, perceptually, what this whole strange encounter might imply about, well, seeing things or being seen.
Okay, so let's zero in on that first part, the waking up. 2:43 a.m., night after night, like clockwork, but without the clock, just awake. And it's not just the waking, it's the why. With no reason, no sound, this totally normal thing becomes kind of dreadful.
It really does. And it taps into something pretty basic about how our minds work, doesn't it? We find persistent, unexplained patterns maybe even more disturbing than a single big shock, because there's no cause you can point to.
Yeah, the mind just races trying to fill that gap. And that heavy feeling in the air she mentioned, it wasn't just like atmospheric pressure, right? It's an emotional weight.
Absolutely. It's like the tension was building each night, almost priming her and us listening for something more. It's classic suspense, really. The setting itself feels charged, hinting that maybe something is there, unseen.
And then it wasn't unseen anymore. One night, right in the middle of this established routine, this scary pattern, she opens her eyes and she saw him. The source is specific here. A man just standing in the corner. Perfectly still.
Utterly still.
Not moving a muscle, not even blinking, just staring at her. Can you imagine?
It's incredibly intense imagery, and her reaction, pure freeze response.
Exactly. Frozen, that she blinks, just a natural reaction, I guess, and poof, he's gone.
That stillness is profoundly disturbing, because living things aren't perfectly still like that. They shift, they breathe, they blink. Something that static feels wrong. Unnatural. It suggests something maybe not bound by normal biology, or perhaps more chillingly, something incredibly patient, just observing, waiting.
Waiting to be seen.
Perhaps, because that blink, that moment of acknowledgement seems to be the trigger for his disappearance. It changes everything.
And then comes the real kicker. The next morning, she finds this crumpled piece of paper under her bed.
Right. Just finding a random paper would be odd, but the message.
The message. It's as clear as day. You finally saw me.
Finally. That one word is loaded, isn't it?
It completely reframes it. It wasn't just her happening to see something.
No, it implies he was aware the whole time, aware of being unseen before. It suggests he was, maybe, waiting for that moment of recognition. It flips the whole observer-observed dynamic.
So, was he always there?
Yeah.
And the waking up at 2:43, was that him somehow trying to get her attention, to make her ready to see?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Was the consistent waking time a prerequisite? Or maybe even part of the entity's attempt to establish contact, to create the conditions for being seen? We just don't know.
It really messes with your head, thinking about observation that way. Like, maybe seeing isn't just passive. Maybe sometimes something has to be ready to be seen, and we have to be ready to see it.
It pushes us to think about the limits of our own perception. What if there are things, entities, aspects of reality just sitting outside our normal view, waiting for that specific moment, that internal shift when we can finally see them?
Well, okay. So, wrapping this up, we've got this deeply strange account, an observer who might have been there all along, a very specific time. And this note, this confirmation that turns everything around.
Yeah, it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? What does it actually mean when the thing you see acknowledges that you've seen it? Especially when you didn't even know you were supposed to be looking. Something to ponder, maybe, the next time you find yourself awake when the world is quiet.